Yo, what's up, everybody? Today I'm just gonna talk about My Hero Academia, and why I want to talk about that is because it's in its brand new, fresh baby stage of just hitting like 100, just getting over that mark of 100 manga chapters and stuff, which is a good thing. It's good that My Hero Academia has did that, man, because I can see from chapter 0, from chapter 1, well, there ain't no chapter 0, but from chapter 1 to, I think we're on 102 right now. Hold on, let me check. I'm gonna look at my phone and see. I think it's 102 though. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, come on. Yeah, it's 102. Chapter 102. There have been some positives, like a lot of them, and some negatives. Not a lot of negatives, but a couple that's major that I need to talk about, and I'm gonna talk about in this video. What do I want to do? Positive or negatives? Let's go with the positive first. The positives in My Hero Academia. For one, the characters. That's a freaking positive, unbeknownst to itself, because I love Deku, I love Todoroki, I love everybody in the class. Like, even the people that really don't get no shine, like Saito, Ojiro, and Koda. Jiro, freaking, what's my girl name? I think her name is Hagekure. I think that's how you say it. They don't get that much shine, but I still love them. The whole story as a whole, that's where we are now, I'm loving. Like, I'm into that. I'm into the heroes and stuff. All my Aizawa Sensei, freaking dang, what's the other guy's name, man? Miss Midnight. Dang, how am I forgetting their names, man? And I know their names. Whatever. I'm just loving all the heroes and everything. The lore around freaking the story. What's going on with All Might? How he's losing his freaking powers. How he can't transform into what he used to be because he fought this guy that damaged him like very severely and stuff, and that made him lose his powers and stuff. Which, here's the thing with that, if I may so digress just a little bit, I never understood how, if All Might has this power to where it gives him really amazing physical abilities, and throughout the years he built his body up to have this freaking power. His muscles and stuff, like how he's trying to build Deku's body up to have this power and stuff. How in the world does All Might transform into a skeleton when he can't use his powers? Shouldn't he still be like big giant All Might once he like cannot use his powers anymore? Like, that's not fully making sense to me, because I'm thinking it's one of two things. Either All Might has a quirk that he doesn't know he have, or that we don't know that he has, or that's just how it works. Like, for real. And that's kind of strange to me. I think Kohei needs to explain that, because All Might shouldn't just transform into no skeleton once he powers down. He should still be buff, but he can't use his freaking powers. But was the injury that the guy put on him, was that the reason why All Might like loses his buffness? Like, I don't know. That's just one of the negative things. Back to the positives. I love Tokoyami. I love him. I don't even care if he's freaking Horus from ancient Egypt. Like, if you know who Horus is, look up Horus. He's a guy with a hawk, an eagle for a head and stuff and junk. And he's supposed to be very in Japanese and not Japanese, but Egyptian culture and stuff. But I love Tokiyami. He's my favorite character. I love all the comedy and stuff in it. That's pretty good. The fights in it is really, really good. I'm enjoying that. And everything that's going on with the students on how they're progressing, will get stronger with their quirks, with fighting enemies, and how the enemies are showing up. With the biggest positive thing about My Hero Academia is the villains. Like, the villains are the best thing about My Hero Academia, personally, to me, because it might be between the villains and how the students are actually progressing. Right now, it's kind of feeling like part 1 Naruto for me. Like right now, like when we saw everybody training, putting in that work, trying to get stronger, but also fighting people who are strong and coming up with new ways and trying to be clever and stuff on how to defeat them and stuff. Oh wow, that's just freaking great. I'm loving all of this, man. Like Shigaraki, freaking the guy who can like warp and stuff like that, and all of the new people that joined up with their villain trope and stuff, and then he's still trying to find new people. And the guy that freaking All Might fought, they gave him that scar and stuff. Oh my god, that injury. And when All Might went back and fought that dude, and all the no moves and stuff, like, oh wow, it's just a lot of good stuff that's going on in My Hero Academia right now. And I saw a couple of Uber Black Man videos and stuff. He's saying he can't really get into it, man. It's something about freaking My Hero Academia that he just is against. And I don't fully know what it is, because he really hasn't explained it, like for real. He really hasn't explained why he's fully, I wouldn't say he's fully, but he's about 90-something he's about 90-something% against whatever My Hero Academia is. Like, he's just like, oh man, I just can't even deal with that right now and stuff. So I'm not like that, fortunately, because I've caught up to the series and stuff now. I don't know if I'm gonna do manga reviews for it, because I'm just not really feeling the manga reviews. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of debating that, like, for real. Because I dropped One Piece reviews and stuff. The only reason why I did that because, side note, I don't really think this Big Mom stuff that's going on right now is all that great. So like, whatever. I didn't really think Zoe was that good, so I stopped reviewing it with Zoe and stuff. But right now, if it get back good, I might pick up One Piece. But right now, I'm just coasting with it, man. And that's how I feel with like My Hero Academia. Not saying it's not good now. I'm not saying that. But I am saying I'm not sure yet. So you just got to wait on that. Alright, some of the negatives. First off, a big negative in My Hero Academia. And this is one thing that Naruto kind of, like when Shippuden came, definitely did not do. But towards the end of the first Naruto arc, before the time skip, towards the end of that, Naruto was a big proponent of this. And this is what My Hero Academia is doing now. Like the whole series that I have been reading, there only been about good 5 to 6 characters out of the whole class that's actually had real character development. Like nobody else has had real character development. They are Midora, Todoroki, Bakugan, not Bakugan, but Kachan, Tokiyami, Unohana. I call her Rozu, but her real name is like Yo Rozu, something like that. But I call her Rozu because it's just really long. It's really hard and long to freaking say her real name, her full name. Who else? Suyu, and I think Minata. That's about 9 people. Yeah, that's 9 people. Those are the only people that's really had real character development to where we are now in the series. This is a baby series, mind you. I concede that point. It's a baby series. We just got started. It just went past 100 chapters and stuff, and they still just barely like developing their quirks. Even though some of them are really strong, like Kachan and freaking Todoroki, even though they are really strong, they still haven't fully developed their quirks, and still haven't really gotten a lot of true experience facing a villain and stuff. Even though they have not true experience. Oh yeah, and Ida. So 10 people out of like however many people in the class, but everybody else hasn't had any real development. Actually, I could take off Suyu, Rozu, Minata. I could take those off. So freaking 7 people, because those 3 guys haven't had any real character development. Now that I think about it, like the other guys, we saw their backstory, we saw their family, we saw them being introspective one time. We saw them contemplating whether or not they deserve to be a hero or whatever. We saw them where they want to go and where they want to be when they finally become heroes and stuff. So I'm just like, bro, I'm going to need freaking Kohei to develop these other characters in the manga, in the anime some more. Like, if he doesn't do that, that becomes a big problem. Like, for real, I'm just so like hard-headed on that particular aspect of this anime, because developing other characters is essential, because then it doesn't become some Shippuden stuff to where it was just Naruto and Sasuke boy love, like whatever. He needs to develop these other characters, man. Hopefully in the future he will do that, because God, if he does that, I'm gonna clap it up for him. I'm gonna say, yes, dude, thank you, finally you did it, we made it. But if he doesn't do that, I'm like, oh God, what in the world going on, man? He needs to do that and stuff. So yeah, that's one of them. Another negative, excuse me. Another negative is Stein. Now I know people are like, oh, what are you talking about, Stein? Listen to me. Stein can go both ways. That's what she said. But Stein can go both ways, man. Because I really like the character, and I see what Kohei is trying to go for. But I feel like he hasn't fully developed Stein yet. And then he introduced Stein in like one arc in the series, and then boom, he go on to freaking Arkham or something. Like, they catch him, the heroes catch him, and he go on to Arkham. Like, he go on to freaking Arkham with Joker and them, and we never see him again. And I put that in the negatives because I fully don't think that Stein's like ideology has really been fully hashed out like Kohei wanted it to be. I know he was going for like, okay, this dude has some type of evil honor or evil morality about him, and I was like, okay, I'm understanding that, but it's still not really doing anything. Like, for real, like Stein's freaking ideology is not really all that hashed out, and I don't even know if he's really truly that strong. Even though he can make you stop moving, is Stein really that strong? Like, he seems like he is, but he was fighting freaking Midora. He was fighting some freaking some hero we never heard of, and we don't even know how strong he is because we don't know anything about him. Like some dude called like Mohawk or something like that. When we finally met up with Stein, and then he was fighting Todoroki, Midora, and Ida. Like, for real, even though he did put Ida's brother in a coma, we don't even know how strong Ida's brother was. All we know is that Ida's brother sort of kind of has the same quirk as him, like that engine quirk on their legs. And he was putting a lot of villains away. But we don't even know how strong those villains were. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that's just connected to that. That's just like, okay, I understand Stein, but don't just throw a good character like him in there and then immediately snatch him out of there. Like, keep him in there so we can fully get a sense of this guy. Like, for real, that's one thing I really didn't like about this, man, because Stein was just such a good character, and Kohei gave him to us for an arc, and then took him away, and then we never heard anything back from him. I know we're gonna hear some stuff back from him in the beginning. I mean, I'm talking about in the beginning, but I meant later on. But right now, that's just how I feel on it. And one other thing is, like, Midoriya might be too plain. I know if you read the manga, like the hardcover manga and stuff, Kohei gives you like a description of how he came up with Midoriya and what's going on with him and why he keeps Midoriya looking so plainly like this. And for the simple fact is that he thought Midoriya looked even more interesting, even though he was like plain and stuff, which he does. Like, that's like Midoriya. He's an average dude who got a beyond average, super superb, like the best quirk in the whole series. Well, that we know of right now, the best quirk in the whole series, and became a superstar because of his attitude and his zeal and the quirk that he has. Now he's on the road to becoming the #1 hero of all time, just like All Might. But Midoriya is like, he's not like, I know there's people out there that love him, but he's not all the way. I don't know about him, man. Like, I'm kind of iffy on him. And other than that, man, nothing really, nothing else really stands out. Like, for real. I'm trying to think, because I don't know. Nothing else really stands out. Aizawa Sensei, he's a positive. I like Aizawa Sensei. He's ain't really no negatives with him. I like him. Yeah, like, that's my thoughts and stuff on My Hero Academia. Overall, the series right now, it's a solid 7 to 7.5 for me. Like, right now, that's where the series stands. If Kohei develops some more characters, if he would develop some more characters, like that, for when they went on that field trip to the cabin in the woods and stuff to go train and jump, and then the villain showed up, and then that's when the villains attacked them, and Midoriya had this epic fight with this dude that he shouldn't have won against, the dude with the freaking muscular powers to where he can like make his muscles even more stronger, so he gains speed and strength. Midoriya shouldn't have won against that guy, but that's besides the point. That was a perfect time for, and he has been showing us other characters from Class B, but forget Class B right now. We ain't focused on them. You still haven't developed the people that's in Class A, and that's like the main protagonist class. Like, you got to freaking develop those guys. Like, come on now, like, freaking, I'm thinking right now of Aoyama was in the woods just crying and stuff. He helped out with one person, like shoot one of his lasers at one person to like when that dude, dang, what's that guy name? I think his name is Kaminari. He's the other guy that with Kirishima that could harden himself up and stuff. He was fighting that guy that uses the gas and stuff in the woods. Freaking Aoyama shot his laser at the dude that was using the gas because he had a gun pointed at Kaminari, and then he shot it with his laser, and the dude dropped it, and the dude ran away and stuff, which gave Kaminari some time to breathe and jump because he got his freaking face mask knocked off by that dude, and he was suffocating and stuff. So that was good, but he still was just in the woods chilling, like, and freaking I call it Unohana. That's not her name. It's Uraraka. But that's freaking hard to pronounce. So I'm going to just say Ochako. Sorry for saying her name is Unohana in the beginning, man. I know everybody's like, oh, you call it Unohana. Because I know I get upset when people keep saying freaking Midoriya and stuff like that, and Obito, and not Obito, or Madara. Like, that just really, really irks me and stuff. So, sorry about that. I know how bad that can be. But, yeah, that's really what I'm really, like, base my, like, negatives on, is that he's not developing any more characters other than Izuku, Bakugan. I keep saying Bakugan. Dang. Kachan. I'm going to call him Kachan from now on. From now on, it's Kachan and Ochako. Alright, Kachan, Todoroki, Ochako, Ida, maybe Rozu, maybe. That's maybe. Maybe Suyu too. Maybe. But we really haven't got anything from those characters. So that's basically a definite maybe. But other than that, man, the series, I'm enjoying it. I can't lie and say I'm not enjoying it. Like, this is not no hateful, like, little diatribe I'm doing. Even though I had to get my thoughts together and stuff, and I should have did that before the video, which I was, but I didn't want to, like, get my thoughts completely together, because if I do that, then I won't remember what I said at that moment to put it on the video and stuff. So, yeah. Let me know what you think down in the comments and all of that, and what your positives and negatives about this series is. Now, granted, it is a fresh, new baby series. Just got past the 100 chapter mark. Woo! Yeah. So that's a plus. And it's just, it doesn't have that many negatives, but it has a hell of a lot of positives. And it's looking very promising if he would develop more of the characters and stuff, to me. But that's all I got, man. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like anything I had to say, man, like the video, share, subscribe, and all of that. And I'll see y'all in the next discussion video. Peace. I'm out. One love.